Hello and welcome to the Real Women, Real Purpose talk show live in the On Purpose Woman magazine and global community Facebook page. I'm Ginny Robertson, one of the hosts of the Real Women, Real Purpose talk show, where we talk with real women who are living their lives on purpose and bringing their unique gifts to the planet. I'm also the founder and publisher of On Purpose Woman magazine and founder of the On Purpose Woman global community. My guest today is certified hypnotherapist, Reiki Master, and owner of Soul-utions Hypnosis, Beverly Hamilton. And we'll be talking about hypnosis for fertility, childbirth, and beyond. Thanks for being here, Beverly.
Thank you for having me, Jenny. It's an honor to be here with you.
Well, I'm excited to dive into this conversation, but first I want to tell our viewers a little about you. Beverly Hamilton has been a certified hypnotherapist for 11 years. She is a 3 Keys HypnoFertility, HypnoBirth specialist. And prior to becoming a hypnotherapist, she supported women during the childbearing years and beyond as a massage therapist for 24 years. Beverly is also a Reiki Master. And she says that it's an honor and a privilege to support women during their fertility, childbirth journey. I was just thinking, I've known you a number of years and you were doing massage when I met you.
Yep.
So
yes,
we go back
I was.
a few years, don't we?
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Well, I'd like to start out because I'm well beyond childbearing years, so I haven't kept up with all the newest things that we can be doing to make childbearing, pregnancy, fertility work for us. But I know next to nothing about what we're going to be talking about today. So let's start with this. You've been a certified hypnotherapist for 11 years. What inspired you to shift to this specialty of supporting women with fertility, childbirth, and beyond?
Now, like you said, I was doing pregnancy massage and fertility massage, and it was just a natural progress and from shifting to massage into hypnosis. When I started in hypnosis, I had no idea where I was going to go. And when I went to my first conference, I met Lindsay Eastburn, the creator of the HypnoFertility program, and I knew that was where I was supposed to be going.
So you didn't know anything about it, but something was telling you to get certified at hypnotherapy. So I love how those signs just show up and we follow them without really knowing why sometimes, but we know it feels right.
Yes, yes.
So how is this different? I mean, are you working specifically with women who want to get pregnant, women who are pregnant? And then what's the beyond part?
My focus is on serving women during the childbearing years, specifically for infertility. Infertility is actually, what's the word? According to CDC, our women are becoming less fertile and they're really struggling to conceive. And the 3 Keys HypnoFertility program helps women connect their body, mind, and spirit to help them connect with their star babies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or do they give any reasons why women are having more trouble?
They don't know why they're having more trouble, but there's women are older, getting married and starting their families. There's egg issues. There's actually sometimes there's just unexplained infertility. And then also there are male issues with fertility as well. So it's a real issue these days, and about 25% of women are having trouble conceiving.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that high.
Yeah, and men contribute. Sometimes male infertility issues contribute to the inability for women to conceive.
Wow. Well, let's talk about then how hypnosis can actually help with fertility.
That's
like a real mystery to me. Like how could just going under hypnosis get the fertile things going, you know?
Yeah, well, when we think about infertility, especially the unexplained infertility, most of the women are later in life. They are stressed. They're trying to left brain their baby into being, and hypnosis is a way to go from fight or flight into rest and restore mode, or into breed and feed. mode to bring the nervous system into balance. We teach women to meditate, listen, and trust. And with that, their nervous system settles down. It also helps women release emotional blocks as well, if they have any known or unknown emotional blocks that might be affecting their ability to conceive. Hypnosis is a very powerful tool because it taps into the power of your subconscious mind, where all our memories and faulty programming, for lack of a better word, is.
Well, it makes sense, I guess, then that people have lost weight using hypnosis, people have stopped smoking using hypnosis. I
Yeah.
know that you were doing work with allergies and
Yes,
hypnosis, so why not, right? Because
exactly.
it's the whole mind, body, spirit piece. So if it's going to work
Yes,
for one part of your body, as long as the mind and the spirit are involved, it can very easily work for another part of your body, right?
exactly. You've heard people say there's an app for that. There's hypnosis for that.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
that. And you
yeah,
see something really funny and yet so poignant, I think, when you said that women are trying to left brain their baby into
yeah,
existence. I'm not sure if that's an exact quote, but this idea that if I just do something, right? If I just do more, and a lot of these women are probably career women who've had high powered careers, or maybe they're even stressed at work still. So you give them
yes,
an opportunity to start to release a lot of that stuff, right?
yes. When as human beings, our ancestors had to have the fight or flight to get away from the saber-toothed tiger, which is all well and good, but in today's society, it's the work, it's the in-laws, it's the bills, it's the running the kids to, if you have kids and are trying to conceive more, running them all to their baseball practice and their scouts, so the stress is constant and you're almost always up there in that fight or flight. And in order to get your body, mind, and spirit in alignment to conceive, hypnosis is a very powerful tool to do that.
That makes such sense because our prehistoric ancestors got a break, didn't they?
Yeah,
They weren't always
exactly.
in danger and then they've got to like settle down. We can go weeks without ever getting off high alert. And it's
Exactly.
manufactured, isn't it? Most of it's manufactured by us as well.
Yes, exactly.
Well, what are some results? I know that you work with women who have fertility issues, or maybe they don't even have issues yet. It might be a great idea to just start working with you before they even know if there's an issue.
Oh, that would be great. I've been working. That's a good idea, actually. Most
Give you
recently,
a new marketing thing there.
yes, I'll have to put that on my website. Most recently, I've been working with more pregnant women, and the three that come to my most recent that I've been working with, the first mom was pregnant with her second child, and the other woman was pregnant with her third child. And they both said the same thing to me, was they wish they had known about hypnosis with their other children because it was so much easier with hypnosis. They were able to I give them, both with the infertility program and the pregnancy childbirth program, I give them recordings to listen to so that they can empower themselves and take it with them into labor. And they said it was so much easier listening to those recordings. And the third mom that I worked with was pregnant for the first time. And unfortunately, she had some health issues and her baby had to come a little early. And she said, even though she didn't have a normal, regular delivery, throughout the whole process of that, which she went through the C-section, she heard my voice saying, your baby is coming to me in just the right time and just the right way. And she was able to stay calm and present and let go of the fear and just let everything unwind the way it needed to.
Well, that's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
So you can help women if they want to conceive and they don't know how hard or how easy it's going to be, or if they're having difficulty, you can help them throughout their pregnancy. And then they
Yes.
can take what you've taught them into their delivery.
Yes.
Correct?
The three keys HypnoFertility program is a 12-week program.
Mm.
Once a week, they have a session. It correlates with their 3 ovulation cycles. And if they should conceive before the end of the 12 weeks, then I continue to work with them through the first and or second trimesters to help them maintain that pregnancy. Because oftentimes women, part of the infertility, they may be able to conceive, but sometimes they're unable to maintain the pregnancy.
Okay. So, wow, you're kind of a one-stop shop here.
Yes, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, so how about after childbirth? Like, okay, they've had the child, it's now laying in their arms. I mean, I remember when I had my only child 42 years ago, and they brought him into me, and it's like, what do I do now? And I was just tired. I didn't know, do you give them anything that they can continue to work with? I would imagine, though, the things they've been using will also help them to be more maybe patient, loving mothers.
Yes,
They're exhausted. Yeah.
That's the other thing. The moms had said that their babies are much calmer.
Oh.
And they slept better and they were much calmer. But one of the last sessions that we do through pregnancy is like a postpartum session where it's helps them stay calm and centered. And if there's any problems with lactation or sleep afterwards, then there's always options for hypnosis sessions for other issues related to the postpartum period.
Wow, you're just opening up a whole other arena here of women who may have trouble breastfeeding or may start to have symptoms of postpartum depression.
Yes.
So maybe hypnosis might be able to ease that up for some women or stave it off for others.
Yes.
All possible, right?
All possible. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. I'm impressed, Bev. I hadn't even thought about a lot of these things. I'm thinking, okay, fertility, and then have the baby, and then, okay. But I love the idea too, that their children, their babies are sleeping better and they're calmer because they've been getting the benefit of the hypnosis of their mothers being calmer, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Well, tell me a little bit more about this this program, the 3 Keys what's it called again? You tell me.
The 3 Keys HypnoFertility program.
Okay.
That was developed and created by Lindsay Eastburn. I initially took it a year after my hypnotherapy certification, and she recently updated it. And I recertified just last year in the program. Like I said, it's a 12-week program, and it takes women helps them connect body, mind, and spirit to come grounded and centered and connect with their star babies. It also helps them call themselves back. Sometimes women are trying to conceive, going through the artificial conception process through the fertility clinics for years and years on end, and it can be very draining. So it can also help restore them to their original whole selves. Women are oftentimes frustrated and angry with themselves and feeling less than whole. So the program, one of the main goals of the program is to help women call themselves back and to be more whole. And the baby's the icing on the cake.
Yeah. And I can just see how that's just such a great circle. Yeah. That the mother's better, the baby's better, the family's better. It just trickles out and down and all around.
Yes.
Well, you apparently are devoted to this because you've done lots of coursework. You've got lots of hours of training and learning. What do you most love about doing it?
Helping the moms connect with their babies and just seeing the joy on their face when they're well, with COVID, I don't get to see them holding their babies anymore, but to see their pictures and see their little videos and just to see the joy when they have that little baby in their arms. It's just something so precious about that. Yeah.
That's why doctors have all those, obstetricians have all those baby pictures up in their offices, right?
Yes, indeed.
Gallery.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I had another question for you that that was triggered by you saying something there, and it just kind of went like this. So I'm going to put it on you now. Tell me anything else you want to tell us about the program, about you, and why you're good at this. I mean, you obviously brought something to it other than just skill. And I know you just said that you love the end result, but you've also I can think of one thing that I see in you that is a calming presence and a patience with your work that would just, even before you start the hypnotherapy, to me would just have everybody kind of going, oh, you know.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
comes through even on Zoom, you know, it comes through. So say a little bit about you and why you're so good at what you do.
You're putting me on the spot.
I am, because I know it's not always easy for women to talk about themselves and their, but that's why we're here, to get you a chance
Yes.
to toot your own horn here.
So, like you said, I am a calm presence. My office, or my Zoom office, is a safe, quiet place for women to come and restore. I've always been told that I have that calming presence. I love what I do. It's like I said, it's an honor and a privilege. I've always had great success. I started hypnosis because I was in a car accident and I jammed up my shoulder and I thought I'd never be able to massage again.
Oh, wow.
And I did the pain meds and muscle relaxers, physical therapy, massage, acupuncture, and I still couldn't massage. And one day I was in the library and I saw this tiny little book about self-hypnosis. And I read it like the Bible because I was pretty desperate.
Mhm.
And I followed it, and my shoulder released, went back into alignment, and I was able to go back to doing massage. And it was at that moment that I knew that if hypnosis could do that for me when nothing else worked,
Mhm.
there was really something to it, and I had to follow it. And that led to me meeting Lindsay Eastburn. And I've been passionate about helping women create the family that they desire through this 3 Keys HypnoFertility program.
I've never heard that story before. And it's amazing though that you were able to take a book. I love how those books, it did everything but fall off the shelf at your feet,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And you went, oh, okay, I follow the signs here. But you were able to take this book on self-hypnosis and use that on yourself
Yes.
to really fix what was ailing you at the time. And
When nothing
that's
else
a clue
worked.
right there, right?
Yeah,
That you're good at this
exactly.
already.
Yeah.
That you were able to do this for yourself. That's an amazing story.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, though. I'm just the guide.
yeah, okay. Say a little bit more about that. Let's go. We didn't really talk about what is hypnosis, because I'm making the assumption that everybody's had some experience of it. There may still be those people that are a little leery of it because they think they're going to be, you know, out of control or something. So you want to say a few words about that?
Sure. Well, hypnosis is the process of, either with a hypnotherapist or through self-hypnosis, is about, tapping into your subconscious mind and bypassing all the chatter and all the noise, and going within and allowing your subconscious mind to do its own thing and take you where you need to go to do your healing, or help you reach your goals, or just calm down and relax and let go of everything. It's a state that we enter into and out of every day. Have you ever been driving down the road and you got home and you said, "Did I stop at that stop sign?" Or
Did I go
you,
through a red light? Yeah.
yeah, your highway
Yeah.
hypnosis, or you're reading a really good book and you're totally absorbed in it. And then you look up and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. That's a state of health self-hypnosis.
Okay.
It's when you put everything else aside and you're totally absorbed in something else, and with hypnosis, you're totally absorbed in the thought of, where the hypnotherapist is guiding you, or if you're doing self-hypnosis where you're guiding yourself, you're just bypassing all the critical factor and being absorbed in the moment, accomplishing your goals, tapping into your subconscious mind. and you'll never get stuck in hypnosis. It's a great place to be, and you might not want to come out, but no one's ever gotten stuck in hypnosis.
Okay. Okay.
And you won't tell secrets, because if people told their secrets, I'd be rich because I'd have all their PIN numbers, and I'm not rich. So
I never thought of it that way before. Yes. And
no,
there probably maybe not everyone out there who can hypnotize or honest, right? So yeah, that makes
right.
sense. It makes sense.
So what's a funny story? You won't do anything in hypnosis that you wouldn't ordinarily do. When I first started hypnosis, I would play some music in the background, and people usually like ocean music. And my client was in a nice state of deep hypnosis and nice ocean music with the ocean. And all of a sudden, seagulls started in the background. She popped out of hypnosis so fast because she had a fear of seagulls.
Wow.
When she was a little girl, she was feeding them French fries and she got attacked, and she had a terrible fear of French fries. So I changed to like forest music. And a month later, another woman popped out of hypnosis because she heard crickets, and she had a fear of crickets. So whatever you would do in your normal state of alertness, you will do in hypnosis. So needless to say, I don't do nature music anymore because I never know.
You never know. Wow.
I'll do music in the background, but I won't do nature because I never know what people are afraid of.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Well, Bev, how can our viewers learn more about you and get in touch with you?
Right now, my website is Soul-utions, SOUL-UTIONS, hypnosis.com. At the moment, WordPress has updated it and it's not functioning well, but they can reach out to me through my email at hypnoaromabev@gmail.com. That's HYPNO, hypnoaroma, AROMA, Bev, BEV, @gmail.com.
And your website and the email address is in the description of this talk as well. So anybody watching who didn't grab that, just look down at the bottom of the talk description. You'll see both of those addresses. Before we wrap up here, Bev, give a final word of wisdom or final just thought that you want to leave our viewers with today.
Well, in thinking about women who are wanting to have a baby or who are currently pregnant, I think the most important thing to remember is any way a baby is born is the right way that a baby is born. There's no right or wrong way. The babies come when they're ready, and they're born in just the right way for you and for the baby themselves.
That's beautiful, and I love it. And that might be a nice mantra to keep, especially when other people are telling you about their experiences.
Yes, and that's one of the
or
things we
giving
do.
you advice or whatever.
Yep, we deprogram. That's part of the hypnosis program, is to deprogram all the bad things people have ever said, releasing all that. That's a very important part of the program.
That does seem like an important part of that. Wow, this is just such a much bigger, all-encompassing thing
Yes.
than I imagined it would be. So thank you. Thank you so much for being with me today and sharing your expertise. But even more importantly, thank you for this important work, because I'm sure you're bringing and going to be bringing like aid and comfort to a lot of women in whatever stages they are of this childbearing time of their lives. So thank you for doing that work.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. And thanks for having me here today.
You're welcome. And thank you all for joining us for the Real Women, Real Purpose talk show, live in the On Purpose Woman magazine and global community Facebook page. If you love this interview and you want to share it with your friends, it will be on our YouTube channel over the next 48 hours. So go on over to the On Purpose Woman global community on YouTube, subscribe and sign up for notifications. There are over 120 inspiring, informative, and fun shows for you to watch on our channel. And in May, we started sharing videos of the speakers at our On Purpose Woman Global Community Zoom gatherings, so you can access those there as well. We have 2 more shows for you this week. On Tuesday, July 19th, Catherine Yarborough, the other host of the Real Women, Real Purpose talk show, will speak with Lilia Shoshana Ray about 3 questions to guide your on-purpose life. And on Wednesday, July 22nd, I'll speak with book mentor Mary Knipple about how your story matters. So let's hear it. You can always find out what's coming up for the Real Women, Real Purpose talk show by going to my website, www.opwgc.com, and clicking on Purpose Woman magazine. Look for the spread in the table of contents. And while you're there, check out the On Purpose Woman global community. Thank you again for watching the Real Women, Real Purpose talk show.